Are 4 wheels more stable than 3 wheels on an e-bike? Stick around to find out. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today I'm going to answer the question, are 4 wheels on an e-bike more stable than 3 wheels? Now, before I get into it, hit that subscribe button below. Stay in touch with us here at 630. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways we're doing, and of course, new product releases. All right, so this is the any-terrain 4-wheel e-bike, brand new from 630. Something new, something different, obviously with the 4 wheels, really cool. Now, before we get into it, it's linked in the description below if you want to find out more about it. Also, if you want to come for a test drive and you're in California, we are located at 1046 Unit K, San Clemente, California. All right, lots of riders out there that have balance issues are turning to tricycles because they stay more easily balanced on the ground when riding, right? A 2-wheel bike requires the rider to balance the bike on 2 wheels and keep it upright. On a 3-wheel bike and a 4-wheel bike, you can sit down just like this and requires no effort on your part to actually keep the wheels on the ground. Now, a lot of people, I'm just gonna raise this up too as I demonstrate here. Now, a lot of people have reservations about tricycles because while tricycles are stable, there is many people that fear the risk of tipping because they've probably heard stories of people tipping over, taking turns, things like that. Now, in my experience, the biggest thing about trikes is getting adjusted to riding them. Once you figure out exactly how to transfer your body weight and move with the tricycle, the balance should be no issue really, but you do have to go around turns slower and exercise more caution on turns versus 2-wheel bikes. You actually want to keep a higher speed into turns to ensure you're keeping the bike upright. Now, is a 4-wheel bike more stable than a 3-wheel bike? Great question. And the answer is maybe, not necessarily. Now, this 4-wheel bike in particular, we've had a lot of test riders. My personal opinion is this is tied for first in terms of our most stable 3-wheel or 4-wheel e-bikes. The reason, now there are other trikes that we make and other trikes out there that are equally as stable if they have a low center of gravity, and also the geometry, the length of the frame plays a big part in how stable a trike is. More compact upright trikes, those would have a higher risk of tipping if not rode appropriately around turns, right? The rider's up higher. If you lean, you're gonna lift that one of the wheels up much easier. Now, you alleviate that tip risk, like I said, by stretching the frame a little bit, lowering the center of gravity, also adding the fat tires helps as well. Now, the cool thing about this 4-wheel bike and why it is so stable is because 4 fat tires, 4-inch wide tires, we also have it angled forward a little bit. Now, the benefit of this on this 4-wheel bike is, let me go ahead and show you here. On the front here, we have a special steering device that can, one wheel goes up, the other goes down, you can see right there. So it allows the steering to lean and turn in the direction the rider's going to make it more stable. So on trikes, you don't have, if with one wheel in the front, you don't have that, maneuverability, let's say, with the wheels. So by putting more of the weight angled forward on these 2 front wheels, with the ability of those to tilt and lean, I can rock back and forth and this stays planted on the ground. It's very, very stable. You also look at the length of the frame here. It is not a short frame. In addition to that, it's a very heavy frame, which actually does help for the stability quite a bit because it keeps it weighted down when you're coming around turns. So the truth is that there are 3-wheel e-bikes out there equally as stable as this 4-wheel bike. It really does come down to the design and the geometry of the frame when you talk about stability. And there's benefits to a more compact trike. You might give up a little bit of the stability in exchange for a smaller, lighter trike. But if you are somebody that wants more stability, look for something with a longer frame, lower to the ground. There's also 2 front wheel options as well that are recumbent style. Those are very stable. We have the Simple Glide, which is a recumbent 2-wheel in the back, which is a conventional trike. But because of the geometry of the frame and the center of gravity, very, very stable, nearly impossible to tip over. So again, a lot of it comes down to personal preference, but I will say also on the 4-wheel e-bike, this one in particular, the benefit of this is that it actually steers and feels more like a 2-wheel bike than a trike does. And the reason for that is because of the steering system up here and how it actually maneuvers with the steering that can move up and down independently each wheel. So steering the 4-wheel bike will feel more similar to a 2-wheel bike than a tricycle will. So also there might be naysayers out there that think, you know, maybe 4-wheel bikes, this one's not stable because you'll tip over. My response to that would be this steering system up here, the 4-inch wide tires, and the weight of it, it's incredibly stable. I've ridden personally hundreds of trikes, and I've got other videos on our YouTube channel if you want to check them out. I go off-roading on this, take on trails, and you'll see how stable it is. So, have any other additional questions about 4-wheel e-bikes, 3-wheel e-bikes, anything? Comment below, or if you have feedback, or reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com. or call us 310-982-2877. Also, if you want to come for a test ride, like I said, we are located at 1046 Calle Recodo Unit K in San Clemente, California. In addition to that, we offer a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love your e-bike in the first 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. In addition to that, we warranty everything for 1 year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we take care of it, parts and labor. And lastly, join our community. We have a Facebook group called 630 Pedalers. There's thousands of members in the group. Join the group before you purchase to talk to existing riders to ensure you're making the right choice. Then when you have yours, post in the group, make friends, and finally download our app to track your rides and compete on the leaderboard. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride.